Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everybody. Today we're going to learn some important verbs. Let's get started. So, in the beginning, let's learn this word, he. How can you say he in Arabic? He is huwa. Huwa. Let's write huwa. Huwa. Hu. This letter sounds like H. With dhamma, this dhamma sounds like O. So here we have hu. Wa. This letter sounds like W, hu, wa. And this mark on the top, fatha, sounds like A. So I have hu, wa. Don't forget that one on the top, dhamma, sounds like O. This one mark is fatha, it sounds like A. And this letter here sounds like H, and that one sounds like W. Huwa. Okay, let's learn the first verb. هو يأتي. هو يأتي. يأتي. Yeah. This letter sounds like Y. Yeah. And that one sounds like Fatha. And that one sounds like A. Yeah. This sound, I have to add this alif. Yeah. And I will add sukun here. This sukun, it means that I must pause. Yeah. هو يأتي. The sound of T with kasra. This kasra sounds like I. يأتي. Long vowel. يأتي. هو يأتي. هو يأتي. The second verb, it will be هو يأخذ. So I will keep this part because this one sounds like خو. The sound of this letter does not exist in English. So and I have the sound of O. خو. يأخذ. The. This letter in the end sounds like TH in the word the. You must use your tongue to touch your upper teeth to pronounce it. يأخذ. Let's read. هو يأخذ. هو يأخذ. The second word is هو يأكل. هو هو يأكل. The sound of K, and I will add dhamma here. It sounds like O. يأكل. And then يأكل, the sound of L in the end, which is lamb. يأكل. هو يأكل. هو يأكل. Let's learn another word, which is هو يأمر. هو يأمر. The same part here in the beginning. هو مو. The sound of M, we have this letter mim with dhamma, sounds like O. Mu. يأمر. The sound of R, which is ra in Arabic. يأمر. هو يأمر. Okay, let's learn another verb, but I'm gonna remove this here and I will keep just because all the verbs that I'm gonna write now will start with okay? So هو يبحث. هو يب. The sound of B. Yeb. But I pause here, I must add sukun. Yeb. Ha. This letter does not exist in English. Yabha. Yabhath. The sound of TH on the word thank you. Yabhath. هو يبحث. Another word. هو يبدأ. I shouldn't have deleted this letter because it's the same one. يب 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 هو يب هو يب هو يب the sound of D, right? So we have dal يبدأ, and here the sound of A فتحة يبدأ يبدأ يبدأ. This sound in the end is the alif. يبدأ 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 هو يبدأ هو يبدأ هو يبدأ يبرز هو يبرز هو يب رو the sound of R, but with ضمة it will be رو يبرو يبرز يبرز هو يبرز هو يبرز هو يبرز هو another word هو يبسط يبسط هو يبسط هو يبسط هو يبسو سو سين ضمة سو يبسو يبسط يبسط هو يبسط هو يبسط هو يبسط هو يبسط هو يبعث هو يب عين فتحة هو يبعث هو يبعث. The sound of this letter does not exist in English. يبعث هو يبعث هو يبلغ لو the sound of L, and I have to add the sound of O, which is ضمة يبلغ. Sound of this letter is like R in French. يبلغ هو يبني هو ني نون. This one sounds like N. يبني, and the sound of E or I here كسرة. يبني long vowel. يبني هو يبني هو يتبع هو the sound of T هو والسكون because I will pause here. هو هو sound of B هو يتبع. This letter does not exist in English. يتبع. I will pause here too as the previous verbs. يتبع هو يأتي هو يأخذ هو يأخذ هو يأكل هو يأمر هو يأمر هو يبحث هو يبدأ هو يبرز هو يبسط هو يبعث هو يبلغ هو يبني يتبع هو هو يأتي هو يأخذ هو يأخذ هو يأخذ هو يأخذ هو يأكل هو يأكل هو يأكل هو يأكل هو يأمر هو يأمر هو يأمر هو يأمر هو يبحث هو يبحث هو يبحث هو يبحث هو يبدأ هو يبدأ هو يبدأ هو يبرز هو يبرز هو يبرز هو يبسط هو يبسط هو يبسط هو يبسط هو يبعث هو يبعث هو يبعث هو يبلغ هو يبلغ هو يبلغ هو يبلغ هو يبني هو يبني يتبع هو يتبع هو يتبع. Welcome everybody, assalamu alaikum. Today we're gonna continue learning verbs in Arabic. Let's get started. So, before we write the new verbs, let's write he in Arabic. He in Arabic is هو. Let's write هو. هو. Who. The sound of H. This letter sounds like H. Ha. Who. With dhamma, this dhamma sounds like O. So I'm gonna write here. This one sounds like H. I'm gonna write English from the right to the left, like Arabic. And this one on top, the dhamma, this mark sounds like O. Who. And then wa. The sound of W. So this letter sounds like W. I'm gonna write it here. And then we have this mark on the top, sounds like A. So this is like A. هو. Okay. The first verb is يبكي. يبكي. Yeah. The sound of Y. Yeah. Okay, so we have here the sound of Y. Yeah. The sound of A. This mark sounds like A. Yeah. Yeb. B. The sound of B here. So let's write here. Yeb. I will add sukoon here. When I add sukoon, it means that I must pause on the letter, and here is the end of the syllable. Yeb. K. The sound of K here. This letter sounds like K, so let's write it here. I say yeb ki. The sound of E. This mark sounds like E. Again, when we add this mark on the top, sounds like A. When it is below, sounds like E. Yeb ki. Yebki, long vowel here. Yeah, so this yeah sounds like another E. So we have ki. So yebki. هو يبكي. هو يبكي. هو يثبت. You. Again, the sound of Y. You. And the dhamma sounds like O. You. Youth. The sound of TH in the word thank you. So let's write it like this. I'm gonna write the T and then the H after because I'm writing from the right to the left. Youth. Let's add sukoon. Here is the end of the syllable. Youth. B. هو youth B. Ba sounds like B. Okay. Youth B. Kasra sounds like E. B. Youth B. يثبت. The sounds of T here. Let's add it in the end. Let's read. يثبت. هو يثبت. هو يتوب. Okay, I will keep the same here. This mark in the top sounds like O, so I will remove it because the word is yatub. Yeah. Here, the sound of A. Let's add A here. Yeah. Two. Two. The sound of T here. Let's add it. Yeah, two. The sound of O. This mark sounds like O. Yeah, two. Long vowel. Wow. So I added another O here. Two. يتوب B. The sound of B, which is ba in Arabic. Okay, توب يتوب هو يتوب هو يتوب هو يتوب هو يتوب هو يجرح هو يجرح هو يجرح. So I left this one here. I must add it here. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, j, the sound of J. Okay, so let's add it here. Yaj. We have sukun. Yaj. Ro. The sound of R. Ro. With fatha, it sounds like A. Ra. يجرح. The sound of this letter doesn't exist in English, so I will add it the same. Rah. It's not H, it's another sound. Rah. يجرح. هو يجرح. هو يجري. So I will keep this part here and I will continue writing. The sound of ra. Ri with kasra. Let's add it. Okay, and I will add this e here. Ri. Yajri, long vowel. Let's add it here. Long vowel, yeah. يجري. هو يجري. هو يجعل. So I'm gonna keep this part here and I'll just add يجعل. The sound of this letter doesn't exist in English, so I will keep it the same. يجعل with fatha, so I must add a here. يجعل. The sound of L, which is lamb in Arabic. So let's add L here. So this يجعل. هو يجعل. هو يجلس. So I'm gonna keep the same part as well. Okay, let's add this part here. Li. The sound of L. We have lam in Arabic. This letter sounds like L. Yajli. Let's add it here. And then I say li, the sound of E. Li. Yajlis, the sound of S in the end. This letter sin sounds like S. Let's add it in the end. يجلس. هو يجلس. هو يجيء. So let's keep it. يجي. We have here يجي. So we will remove this sukun and we will add kasra because we have the sound of E. يجي. Let's add here E. يجي. We have the sound of long vowel. Let's add another one here. But I say يجي. Do you hear this sound in the end? يجي. So let's add this here in the end. We call it Hamza. I will add it here. يجي. Okay. Just let's see the syllables because I wrote all the word in one color. So the correct way is to be written in two colors. Here is the first syllable because we removed the sukun. Do you remember we had sukun here, that circle? So when we had the sukun, the jim was connected to ya. Now I have kasra here. So it is a beginning of a new syllable. So actually this is another syllable. So ya, ji, ya, ji, يجيء هو يجيء هو يجيء هو يحصل هو يحصل. So let's remove this part here and we say يحصل يحصل so. This letter sounds like strong S. It is not S, it is S. So I will keep it the same here. هو يحصل. The sound of O. صو يحصل يحصل يحصل. The sound of L in the end, which is lam in Arabic. صل يحصل هو يحصل هو يحصل. Okay, now let's learn another word. هو يحضر هو يحضر هو يحضر. Pay attention. I'm gonna remove this letter here, which is L, lam. Okay. يحضر يحضر. Here we have يحصو. Okay, if I add the dot here, the sound of this letter now is so. When I add the dot, it became do. It's strong D. Okay, so just the difference is this dot. هو يحضو يحضر. The sound of R, which is ra in English. هو يحضر هو يحضر يحضر. Sorry, I forgot to add here because we have dhamma. Must have this O. Then let's add the R. هو يحضر يحضر هو يحضر هو يحضر هو يحفظ هو يحفظ هو يحفظ هو يحفظ هو يحفظ. Let's see. يح ف. The sound of F. F. Sound of F here. Let's add it. So this letter sounds like F. ف. يحفظ. The sound of this letter doesn't exist in English. You must use your tongue to touch your upper teeth to pronounce it. Okay, it's a strong the, but it is not the. It is the. So let's add it the same here. فظ يحفظ يحفظ هو يحفظ هو يحفظ هو يحكم هو يحكم هو يحكم. So let's remove this part here and we say ku. The sound of K again. So let's add it here and then ku, sound of O, and then we say yahkum, the sound of M in the end. Yahkum هو يحكم هو يحكم هو يحمل هو يحمل هو يحمل هو يحمل هو يحمل. Let's remove here and we say هو يحمل the sound of M. Let's add it and they say mi with kasra. Mi يحمي يحمل, the sound of L. يحمل هو يحمل هو يحمل هو يحيي هو يحيي هو يحيي. So let's remove here. I must change here something because we have dhamma. So you, and I'm gonna remove this A and it became O. يحيي 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 yi. Sound of Y, yi. Sound of E, this كسرة. Yi, long vowel. يحيي, 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 يحيي. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everybody. In this lesson, we're gonna continue learning verbs in Arabic. Let's get started. Before we start writing the new verbs, let's remember the word he in Arabic. هو, 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 who. The sound of H, this letter. So we have H here. And then I say who, ضمة. It sounds like O, this mark. Who, wa. The sound of W. We have this letter. And then the sound of A, wa, fatha. It sounds like A. So now we have who, wa, huwa. The first verb is هو يختم. هو يختم. هو يختم. Yeah. The sound of Y. We have this letter. Yeah. Fatha sounds like A. Yeah. Yakh. The sound of this letter doesn't exist in English, okay? So I will keep it the same. Yakh. I will add sukun because I will pause here. Yakh. Here is the end of the syllable. Yakh. T. The sound of T. And then I say T. The sound of E. Kasra sounds like E. T. Yakh. Tim. The sound of M in the end, which is mim in Arabic. So just to review this fast. When we find this mark on the top, this one, dhamma, it sounds like O. And this fatha, it sounds like A. And this is kasra, it sounds like E or I. When we find sukun, this small circle, it means that I must pause on the letter, okay? Like this, yakh, tim. Here actually there is a sukun too, but I didn't put it, okay? هو يختم. هو يختم. هو يختم. هو يخلق. هو يخلق. So this part is the same. Yakh. I'm gonna remove here. And I say yakh. The sound of L. And I say yakh. The sound of O. Lu. Yakhluq. Qa. The sound of this letter doesn't exist in English. It sounds like a strong K. Let's write it like Q. Luqqa. It's not k, it is q. Yakhluq. Don't forget the sound of this letter. It's like the same sound of snoring. Yakhluq. هو يخلق. هو يخلو. The same part. Yakh. I will keep it. And we have lu. So I'm gonna just remove this letter, the last one, and I will add lu, the sound of O in the end. Yakhlu. هو يخلو. هو يخلو. هو يخلو. هو يخلو. هو يخلو. هو يخون. هو يخون. So I'm gonna remove this part and I say pay attention. يخو. I say what? هو يخو. So we have dhamma here. This is not sukun. This is the sound of what? Of O. Like this. And I'm gonna remove the letter and I will write it again in red because now the letter is in another syllable. Okay? So this is the difference when we have sukun or another marks. Yahu, yahu, long vowel wow. It sounds like O. Yahu, yahun, the sound of N in the end. هو يخون, يخون, هو يخون, هو يخون. هو يدخل, هو يدخل, هو يدخل. Let's remove this part here. And let's يد, 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 يد. I'm gonna add sukun. This letter sounds like D. And with sukun, I will pause. يد, 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 خو, خو, خو. The sound of this letter doesn't exist in English. So خ and dhamma is O. خو. هو يدخل. Sound of L. خل. هو يدخل. يدخل. هو يدخل. هو يدخل. يخال. 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 So I'm gonna keep this part here. I'm gonna just remove this first, like this. هو يخال. You. Here we have you, the sound of O. So I must remove this and I will add O. يخ, يخ, خ. The sound of خ, letter خ. So I'm gonna add it like this. يخ, fatha. So it's like A. يخ, long vowel. So I'm gonna add another A. يخال, the sound of L. يخال. يخال. هو يخال. هو يخال. هو يدرس. هو يدرس. هو يدرس. So I'm gonna remove this part here and I'm gonna add fatha and I will add here alif because this one sounds like A. هو يدرس. يد, the sound of D. يد, and I'm gonna add it here. And as we have sukun, so I will pause here. Yed. It must have the end of the syllable. It must have a consonant sound. Yed. Yed. Ru. The sound of R. Ra sounds like R. Ru. Dhamma sounds like O. Ru. هو يدرس. The sound of S in the end. Have it here. So هو يدرس. هو يدرس. يدرس. هو يدرس. هو يدرس. هو يدعو. هو يدعو. يد. So I'm gonna keep this part and I'm just gonna add يدعو. The sound of this letter doesn't exist in English, so I keep it the same. It sounds like a. Say عو. With dhamma, I will add O. هو يدعو. Again, we'll add here another sound of O. عو. هو يدعو. هو يدعو. هو يدعو. هو يدفع. هو يدفع. يد. يدفع. So I'm gonna remove this part and I will put here يدفع, the sound of F. يدفع. يدفع, the sound of A. And then the يدفع, the sound of عين in the end. Fa. Look, the shape is different. It looks like this when it's in the end of the word, and when it is out of the word or separated, it looks like this. هو يدفع. هو يدفع. هو يدفع. هو يدل. هو يدل. So I'm gonna remove this part here and I say do. We have the sound of O here, right? Do. So what does it mean? It means it's another syllable now because I removed the sukun. So I'm gonna write it in red because it's another syllable. يدو 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 هو يدل. Sorry, this one is was my mistake. Do يدو يدل, the sound of L in the end. دل يدل هو يدل هو يدل هو يدل هو يدنو هو يدنو هو يد. So I must pause here. So I will add sukun. Let's remove this part. And now sukun, I must remove this O. And I will pause here. So this dal, or this sound of D, must be in the same syllable with ya. So I'm gonna write it in blue, like this. Okay. Yed, yed. هو يد no. The sound of N, and I say nu. I have the sound of O, and I say yed nu. Another sound of O, so it's long vowel. Nu, yed nu. هو يدنو هو يدنو هو يدنو هو يدنو هو يدور هو يدور يدور. So let's remove this part. I'm gonna add here يدو يدو. So we have the sound of dhamma here. يدو يدو يدو. We have the sound of O. يدو. But now it's another syllable. So let's change the color to be now in red because it is separated. يدو يدو يدو, long vowel. Do يدو يدور, the sound of R. يدور يدور هو يدور هو يدور هو يدور هو يدين هو يدين. Okay, so I just need your attention now. I'm gonna remove this O, which is wow, and this R. So let's remove them. And then I say the new word is what? Yudin. Yudin. So let's add some changes here. I have here you, the sound of O. So I will add here O, and as I change this A to O, I must change this mark on the top to be dhamma, because this one is the sounds like O. You. And then I say you, D. So I must change this O to be E, U-D. As I changed this one to be E, so I must remove this to be E, U-D, 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 long vowel. Yeah, it sounds like another E, U-D, U-D-in, the sound of N in the end, D-in, U-D-in, هو يدين هو يدين هو يذكر هو يذكر هو يذكر. Yeah, the sound of Y. A, the sound of TH in the word the. You must use your tongue to touch your upper teeth to pronounce it. Yadh. We will add sukun here, yadh, because we will pause here. Yadh kor, ku. The sound of K, ku, dhamma, sounds like O. Kor, the sound of R. Kor. Yadhkor. هو يذكر. And the last word today is هو يذهب. Let's change this part, and it will be have. The sound of H. يذهب, the sound of A. يذهب, the sound of B. هب. يذهب. هو يذهب. Thank you guys for today. If you like the class, please don't forget to press the like button, subscribe, share the class with your friends who are interested in learning Arabic. Thank you for watching, and see you in another class. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.